Hello and welcome to Battle of the Beast Reptile Rampage at battle number 3. This is the third battle in round 1, and today we got two more beasts fighting out for a spot in round 2. These two beasts both fall under the dragon criteria, and that's because they're both, well, dragons. So, with that, there's a dragon that's going to die tonight. But the question is, which one? Well, let's introduce them and then we can place our bets. But I already got my bet. Not allowed to say, and not allowed to make sure my bet wins. But yeah, it's a bit of an uninteresting matchup, if I'm being honest. So yeah, let's introduce him. Representing Series 8, the Pirate King. The only one of two reptiles from this series that is competing in this tournament. This one does not have a good reputation when it comes to Battle of the Beasts. Will this tournament change it though? Well, we'll only find out. But until then, right now, all we know him as is Torno, the Hurricane Dragon. And, representing Series 19, the Kingdom of Dragons, the second beast of 4 that is in this tournament, that is participated, or yet to participate, we have Quarg, the Stone Dragon. So yeah, dragon versus dragon here. Not sure what to do here. This is going to be an interesting matchup. But right now, let's get to the stats so I can have a better understanding on what I'm going to do here. Torno the Hurricane Dragon. The violent winds that blow through the northern mountains are caused by Torno, one of the beasts controlled by Sanpeo the Pirate King. The Hurricane Dragon's foul breath is enough to blast his enemies through the air. Age 256, power 267, magic level 181, fright factor 91, size 291. Powers and abilities: flight, wind breath, natural weaponry, enhanced durability, enhanced strength, and enhanced agility. Weaknesses are durability limits. Quarg the Stone Dragon. Watch out for the Stone Dragon's blue eyes. They have the power to turn questers to stone. Is it any wonder that Tom's enemy Beric tried to bend this beast to his will? That's it for bio. That's a bit disappointing, to be honest. Age 265, power 269, magic level 178, fright factor 92, size 259. Powers and abilities: flight, flame, vision, and petrification. Quarg can shoot purple fire beams from his eyes, which encase whatever they hit into stone. Fire breath, natural weaponry, enhanced strength, and enhanced durability. Weaknesses are petrification weakness. Quarg isn't immune to his own petrification power, though he can escape from it without aid. Enchantment and enchantments. Okay, so with this battlefield of Torno versus Quarg, we're going to have I'm actually going to go with something a bit different. A plains battlefield. And the reason why I'm going with that one is because I haven't used that battlefield in a while. If not, I don't remember actually using one at all. But yeah, we're going to go with plains battlefield because I think it will... Let's be honest, I don't think it's going to benefit at all, but it's better than having the same rocky terrain, let's say. So yeah, but let's have a plains battlefield here. So with that, Torno versus Quarg. Let's get into this. As the chamber doors open, both beasts immediately exit through the sky chambers, roar into the arena, and immediately Quarg shoots a breath of fire directly towards Torno. Torno immediately shoots a breath of air straight towards the fire, creating a fiery tornado that burns brightly through the center of the arena before exploding. The audience stares in shock at this before both dragons immediately leap from their perch, charge directly at each other, before immediately veering upwards, soaring up to the sky, going around in the double helix formation, slashing each other every now and then, dodging them gracefully before taking a air step back, before immediately Quarg shoots another fire breath directly towards Torno. Torno, not relenting, shoots a gust of air towards the fire, blowing it away. Quarg immediately flies right through the fire, lifts up a claw to slash at Torno. Torno deflects it with his claws, knocking Quarg back. Ignore the creakiness, this is my stool. Great stool, very noisy. Anyway, immediately, Torno deflects the claw strike from Quarg. Quarg then turns around, using sail to try and slam it into Torno's head. Torno gets knocked down, but he continues with the follow through, flips entirely around, and uses sail to slash at Quarg. Doesn't do much, but Torno wraps his tail around Quarg's head, flies higher, pulling Quarg upwards. Quarg uses his claws to slash at Torno's tail to break it free. Torno roars in pain, and as he turns around, he's greeted by fire breath directly coming towards him. Torno closes his eyes and mouth and takes the fire. As he's engulfed in the flames, Quarg just takes a step back, grinning, knowing that Torno is roasted. Torno just comes through the flames like nothing ever happened, before lifting up his eyebrows in a kind of, what, did you expect me to die? Before immediately shooting a gust of wind directly towards Quarg. Quarg angles his wings to use the wind to his advantage before flying way up above Torno, for shooting laser eyes or beams towards Torno. Torno sees that and dodges them gracefully, and before soaring up towards Quarg again to meet him at eye level, before they clash into each other again. Torno bites down onto Quarg, and realizing that Quarg's made of stone, Torno's teeth immediately shatter. Torno reels back in the pain from this, as Quarg grins menacingly before grabbing Torno by the neck and biting down onto his shoulder with his teeth. Torno roars in pain over this before using one of his claws to scratch at Quarg, trying to pry his teeth off of him. And as Quarg lets go of Torno recoils back just to try and regain himself from this nasty surprise he got from this beast made of stone, yet being able to fly. Torno then shoots a blast of air straight towards Quarg to try and discombobulate him. At first, Quarg uses it to his advantage to fly higher. Torno flies up higher as well, goes above Quarg and shoots the blast of air down onto Quarg, pushing Quarg down. Quarg, not wanting to be outdone though, turns around and lets the air guide his wings and gets him safely away from the air blast, flying directly above Torno, shoots his fiery beams from his eyes that directly hit Torno on the back, and immediately Torno feels himself getting heavier. As he stops with his air blast, he turns around to see himself turn entirely to stone. As his wings stop moving, his arms reaching out to try and get to Quarg, but he's now completely to stone. And just as heartless as it is in the Big Bang Theory, gravity pulls Torno down. Torno can see through his stony prison, seeing that he's falling rapidly to the ground as the ground gets closer to him. As he was just as fast as he was getting away from the ground at the start of the battle, he tries to break free from the stone, trying to, have some sense of freedom, trying to break free, but he doesn't have the strength to break through that stone. As he's trying to break free, he doesn't give up until the last minute as the stone statue of him smashes into the ground. The rubble that comes out of the statue sends a dust cloud going around the arena. As the dust clears, Quarg lands on the perch, staring down at what he is hoping to be a dead dragon. As the dust clears, Torno is lying down on the ground, weak, but still breathing. As he lifts up his head, he stares directly at Quarg, who is staring at him, full of nothing but anger. Torno shoots an air blast straight towards him, still lying down trying to regain himself. Quarg decides that he's just going to stop it by shooting fire breath towards the air blast, creating a fiery tornado which explodes as it did at the start of the battle. And as Torno is about to shoot another one, Quarg immediately shoots his 2-eye laser beams directly towards Torno, encasing him in stone yet again. As Torno sees that, he closes his eyes and takes the hit. As his whole body gets encased in stone again, Quarg lands on the arena, walks through the luscious grass that is the plains, before lifting up one of his claws and smashing it directly on Torno's head, shattering the stone and shattering Torno's skull. Immediately, the battle is done. Quarg looks at the body that is Torno and makes his way back to his chamber, satisfied with his victory. Not before picking up a boulder on the side of the arena and chucking it right at Torno's body, shattering the boulder and the statue of Torno, breaking up Torno even more before the chamber doors close, and the last thing the spectators see of Quarg is his glowing blue eyes. So with that, Quarg has won, Torno has lost. If you think Torno should won, please comment below. You think that, how are my words final, and Quarg's moving on to round 2. So, being honest, this battle was better than what I thought it would be. But being serious though, if you're a dragon, you already have a good amount of experience when it comes to flying. So facing a tough air current shouldn't be anything new to you. So that's why the air current didn't really do much for Quarg. It did put on quite a good show with the fire breath though. But then when Torno was able to get close, let's say Torno did have the speed advantage, what would Torno actually do? That's the question. Because you can angle his head up to where he will lose control for a bit, but like, you can't bite him, you can't slash him, you can't cut his airflow because he's made of stone. You can't do that. So with that, simply because Quarg is made of stone is the reason why he won. A little bit anticlimactic, but what do you want from me? I don't know what I was actually meant to do there. So yeah, unfortunately Torno is out. I would like to see a redemption arc for Torno, but then again, he's still my least favorite beast of Series 8, so meh. I'm joking. But Quarg is also my least favorite beast of Series 19, so yeah. Okay, but with this battle, seriously, I did enjoy doing it, but it's also a case of there wasn't much I could do. I did the best I can do. I'm satisfied with it. I hope you guys are as well. But anyway, join me in the next battle where we'll be seeing 2 more beasts fight out for a spot in round 2. And if the matchup is what I think it is, it's right behind me. It is. One of the beasts have their work cut out. Let's just say they may be a little outnumbered. Until then, peace out.